So, what is going on, guys? Welcome to Nest, and today we've got some big news in regards to Resident Evil 9 Requiem, some brand new information to go over, as well as a brief look at the latest gameplay footage. So let's get into this video, but before we do, if you are new here, just consider leaving me a subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us on out into that YouTube algorithm. So we've got a post on X from Jeff Keighley, the host of the Game Awards, who says, "Horror always survives. Tune in for a terrifying new look at Resident Evil 9 Requiem during the Game Awards, streaming next Thursday, December 11th at 4:30 p.m. PST, 7:30 p.m. EST, 12:30 a.m. GMT. Set a reminder to watch." Attached is a brand new, never been seen before image of protagonist Grace Ashcroft. She's holding her flashlight and she's standing in a very similar background to the main headshot of Grace with that bright white background. So yeah, it looks like we'll be seeing something new of Resident Evil 9 Requiem at the Game Awards next week. This could be a new trailer, maybe gameplay, or something along those lines. All we can confirm is it will be, quote, a new look at it. So we can determine it is something we haven't seen yet. If I can, I might try to live stream my reaction to the event. Let me know if you guys would be interested in seeing that. And this leads us to the next topic of discussion, that being the few seconds of gameplay from a few days ago that had been put out there. So apparently there was an interview with the development team of the game, and they had given us a sneak peek at some gameplay. Before this, our only look at gameplay was like 1.5 seconds worth of gameplay near the end of Capcom's Road to Requiem documentary video, as well as any footage from the Gamescom playable demo experience. What we have here is roughly 25 seconds of footage giving us our first ever taste of what the combat gameplay will look like. So we presumably have one of the developers showcasing this gameplay, as another developer is likely recording with their phone. We can instantly notice the hotbar looking fairly similar to Resident Evil 2 and 3 remakes. Grace currently has two weapons in her inventory, that being a pistol and a magnum. As you can see, the player selects the option at the top of the D-pad, which doesn't really look like anything other than a knife, but it clearly translates to the pistol Grace is using. I think this right here is just a development tool, because if you pay attention to the ammo supply, it doesn't move down at all. So I believe that selection is an infinite ammo pistol, specifically for showcases or testing combat or enemy AI. But other than the magnum we know Grace will use, we haven't seen any other weapons, making this the first time we see Grace using a pistol. Yes, we know her to have a pistol in the second trailer, but we hadn't seen her use it until now. We have Grace here in a dark area of a building. It is unclear where this takes place, but we can tell this isn't the Wrenwood Hotel, on account that there is no fire damage. I assume this is the fancy building, the one with the receptionist desk and two staircases. And we can absolutely tell that there are zombies on the surface level of the world, and at any moment they could have spread or escaped. Very curious. The zombie in question is wearing a suit and white dress shirt. This almost makes me wonder if there was some sort of upper class meeting going on in this facility, and the main antagonist is starting to take down the most intelligent and important minds. The zombie ends up taking hold of Grace, biting her left arm, and then turning towards her neck as she struggles to get it off of her. We are able to see a life bar that turns yellow in the bottom left corner, so that is a look at the colored health bar estimate system. When it comes to the animation, I performed some tests. I took the frame where the animation of getting attacked begins and measured to the point where the player is back in control. I've discovered that Resident Evil 9 Requiem's attack animation here is roughly 3 seconds longer than Resident Evil 3 Remake's when you hold the click to make the animation go faster in that game. But when it comes to not holding the click in Resident Evil 3 Remake, Resident Evil 9 Requiem's is just a few milliseconds longer, but still basically the same duration for both. From the looks of it, there is no click like in Resident Evil 2 Remake and Resident Evil 3 Remake. But anyway, from here, the player makes Grace limp away, heading to the staircase, and she continues up as the gameplay segment ends. While Grace limps away, a zombie tries to grab her, but she manages to push him off without sustaining any damage. I do really like the minor detail of the lunge burst Grace performs in Speed after pushing a zombie off of her. So far, so good when it comes to the little details like that I've been seeing. Still to this day, Resident Evil 4 Remake and its attention to every tiny detail blows my mind with motion capture, environmental reaction, and everything else. I've been hoping every game and remake in the future, going forward, would continue this, and I'm glad to see that Resident Evil 9 Requiem will also have some amazing detail in that vein. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy, and if you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, tell me what you thought. Are you excited for the confirmation of Resident Evil 9 Requiem appearing at the Game Awards 2025? And what are your thoughts about the combat gameplay we've got? And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.